The collaboration with Boundary goes way back. My mom was so taken by the way they presented themselves. The ability of Boundary, I think, has always been the one of having a very good project in their mind of offering to the Thailandese clientele the idea of elegance, the idea of how you could interpret European design and Italian design towards the Thailandese market properly. Living Divani is a family-run business that was established over 50 years ago, and the pillars of the company since the foundation have always been related to high quality material, craftsmanship, the human components of the relationship, and of course a very keen eye towards design. Design that of course within those 50 years have changed and mutated as the market and the world has done, but of course being very attentive to the small details, the proportion, of course, has always been the key of the Living Divani language. And we actually like to describe ourselves as silent elegance in a way that we think that silent products are products that do last a lifetime, and because they never overwhelm any ambience in which they're placed. Living Divani works now with a large array of different designers, and of course every choice is always shared with Piero Lissoni being their director. I thought it was important to have a diversification of product and a diversification of gesture. So every time I start looking into possible new, I like to look at their portfolio, the way they actually interact with the objects and with the architecture, with the ambience, so to see if their gestuality and their philosophy could match with the one of Living Divani. So it's very nice for me to be able and specifically talk with the young generation of designers so that Living Divani can become a sort of small platform for them to give them visibility. For this 2025 and the 63rd Salone del Mobile Milano, we always like to work on a sort of architectural box in a way in contrast, very industrial if you want, in contrast with the refined craftsmanship of the product, just to show how these kind of products can fit even in that kind of environment. And we like to keep our stand always very open so that the people can flow in and out without having to just like have big, barrier to get in, and I think is always very appreciated from the customers. So with Piero, we work a lot on a family of 6 different little armchairs, or we introduce a new typology of product, which is a bar high table, which we never had in the collection. So to implement and give even more offering to our consumers. In 2025, we even had a very big a very big celebration that was launched during Salone, which is the 30th anniversary of the frog chair. So frog became super frog. Designed in 1995 by Piero Lissoni, so I recall it from stories that my parents would tell me. Piero was designing this piece of furniture, and everybody was like, but it's too low, it's too wide, it's weird. And Piero looked at it like, it looks like a frog. Let's call it frog. And nobody has ever thought that such a piece of furniture could be a landmark for Living Divani, because it's been the product that gave to Living Divani international recognition as a design form, so much that it's been finally even included into the permanent design museum of La Triennale in Milano. So for the celebration of the 30th anniversary in Living Divani, we decided to celebrate it in different ways. Once with a new evolution of the chair itself. We actually renovated the exhibition area within the headquarters that has been dedicated, of course, to the celebration of frog. Through different platforms will showcase different evolution of the frog chair, and all of this, it's like the scenography is created by these illustrations, which are printed in very huge format with the story accompanied it. So it's a very nice and blended area that is going to be up for at least the whole of the year. And last, the Living Divani Gallery, so the Milanese showroom of Living Divani dedicated the window display to the celebration of frogs. So it's been like a festival of frogs between flowers and meadows. So together with this display of the frog chairs, we created an immersive room. So a room where there's an immersive projection that gives you 3D mapping, where the story of frog is created in a very artistic way. We even created a special edition of frog where we printed a 3D feeling film which recalls the actual skin of the amphibe. So, and we actually put it on the chair with the wrapping techniques, the one that you use for cars. The collaboration with Boundary goes way back. I remember that Varut and Panarin came visiting the stand of Living Divani during a fair in Cologne and came visiting my mother, even though back in the days it was 2010, and my mom was so taken by the way they presented themselves, like what they describe about their activities, which was in place since the beginning of 2000, even though the showroom was open in 2012, the actual showroom. They had already in their mind to create this very nice environment, as they now have this 7 stories building that actually put together different companies, but all of them very high quality design from Italy and Europe. I'm very happy of the collaboration that we have with Boundary, because the Thai market and the clients could be in touch and get to know Living Divani as a family-run business, as a family brand. So thank you, and I hope you enjoy the Living Divani products while you go and visit Boundary.